Right.
That's just a man, bro. Hey, bring that down just a little bit. Zoom out just a little bit. Let it know. Right there.
Hey, man, if I plug that fan up, it's gonna be too loud.
The big one, yeah.
Low.
Y'all ain't turn the AC on?
That's all.
This is Phase Ed Music.
Morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. Yeah, we live.
Yeah.
Head out. What your name is? What your name is?
Cutting.
Hey, y'all wanna put the Zoom in the live and let's talk to some strangers? Yeah, put the link in the live and let people call in.
Yeah, that's
Like chime in. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it. Hey,
Buddy,
it's gonna be
good
fun. We gonna
Hey,
fun. We're gonna let.
Pick it up.
Hey y'all, look, check this out. We're gonna put the
This man
link.
finna try something that is
never
unrehearsed.
tried before. Live.
It's unrehearsed, unplanned, no meetings.
Do we ever have a meeting about the
This
stuff we
man
do?
is about to.
Always on the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be a shipwreck. I don't know, but something coming. So just brace yourself.
Hey y'all,
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to put it in the link. Yes sir. Welcome to In the Booth, baby.
You putting it
All right.
YouTube?
Yeah,
Check.
I'm gonna put them in all links.
No.
Or can you sit down on all links? You can't do it. You should do it from my chat.
You see my face?
Trying to block me.
You see my face?
They're trying to block me from getting y'all involved.
Oh, man. We can do that tomorrow after we test
Nah,
it.
we about to do this. I'm finna do it.
Tell them to send an email or something, and then we just send
Nah,
the link.
don't send the
You
email.
gonna send the world the whole?
Come on, I'm finna send it to them. We gonna just see who come
Lord
up.
have mercy.
We finna see who come up. But you better make sure.
That's what I'm saying. You got a screen or something, bro.
Yeah, we can't screen or nothing. Like, based off the name. If I feel like it's a good name.
So what do you need to say?
Yeah.
What's a good name?
Yeah, like Joseph Williams.
Why Joseph Williams? Right.
Them be the main one. Joseph Williams.
Joseph Williams. Is anybody on the line named Joseph Williams?
This is
Too many.
Phase
Maybe
Ed
all
Music.
the
We're
words.
gonna
Yes.
start.
Let's get Joseph
Go
Williams.
ahead.
You ready?
Give us the.
All right. Let's go. Yo.
What up, everybody?
All right.
Yo.
In the booth.
You gotta turn the beat
Yo,
up.
what up,
bro.
man? It's in the booth.
That right.
It's your boy Messenja.
I'm Canton Jones.
Ramona Estelle Jones.
GCS back in the building, man.
Everything came together in the booth. Years later, and we still in the booth. Do a podcast with the interviews. Can't even stop what we finna do. Got a resume longer than a limousine. Got something for the king, something for the queen. And we got a winning team, about to do the thing. Then we hit them with a bada boom, bada beam.
You know what it is when we in the mood. Speaking to the house, speaking to the youth. And no matter what, we gon' tell the truth. See time harvest, you gon' see the fruit. Put the kid tank, gotta pull it from the rules. Get the blessing, get the bag, gotta get the loot. Find another way to preach, we don't need a suit. General in the game, looking for recruits. Let's go. You know I deal with Canton Jones and Messenja on In the Booth podcast.
The those of you who love quartet, good morning. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
What's happening?
Thank you guys for joining us in the booth with Canton Jones and Messenja. Please like, share, and subscribe to the show on Facebook, YouTube, and all podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcast.
Yeah. And if you would like to advertise, or if you would like to sponsor or donate or anything like that, or have a question,
Give money.
just hit us up at intheboothpod at gmail.com. We're going to have, coming up this fall, we're going to have slots coming for artists that want to perform, slots coming for anybody that wants to advertise.
Can they come and just do their thing, or do they have to give money?
What?
I just want to make sure. Like, you know, certain people hear certain things.
But yeah, but that's when they hit us in the email. That's when they'll get the package. So the package,
Pause.
yeah, will come. Wait, what?
Yeah. Please explain the package. Thank you. That's better. Paperwork is better.
They get
Oh
that.
God.
But you about to have the feds coming up here.
When they get the package.
Getting that pack.
Yeah.
Oh, that right?
Okay, shout out
What's
to the
happening from the Netherlands?
What up,
that
Netherlands?
right?
What up, Netherlands? Call it Netherlands like that.
Like it's a city.
Yeah, what part of Netherlands you
Amsterdam?
from? Where were you from in the Netherlands?
What is it?
From where?
Rotterdam.
Rotterdam.
Okay. Yeah.
Where's Rotterdam?
Yeah.
In the Netherlands.
We've been near, because we've been to the Netherlands before. So I'm trying to figure out where's,
South side.
Oh,
Okay.
That right?
It's always the south side.
South side of the thing. That right?
Southside Netherlands. What's happening?
Southside Netherlands.
Hey,
That's a new one.
Yeah.
Also, make sure you go on Eventbrite and put in Kingdom Generation Conference, and go ahead and get that seat. It's limited seating for this conference. This is the second annual Kingdom Generation Conference. It is an all kingdom teaching, kingdom manifestation, kingdom transformational information conference. That's all we do at this conference. It's very powerful. Myself, Dr. Canton Jones, and Apostle Walter Green, who will be teaching and just giving.
Mama call him Dre. I'm gonna call him Dre.
I'm gonna call him Dre. His name is Walter.
Yeah, Walter Dre.
Yeah.
I just found out this man's name was Walter. Been knowing him for almost 30 years.
But we talking kingdom supremacy
Yeah.
for this one. So make sure you get there. Go ahead and get your seat. Eventbrite.com. Put in Kingdom Generation, and we'll see you there.
All right. What are we talking about today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What we talking about today?
All right, we own it, man. Thank y'all for listening and riding with us, man.
All right.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, we had a great celebration, 100 episodes last week, and that was pretty dope. Even though our one kept falling off the
Oh yeah, we had
the wall.
We had 10 episodes. We had 0 episodes. We had 100 episodes.
Right.
So,
One like back was 7, so
yeah.
700 episodes.
Yeah. So today, we are talking about what indictments. A grand jury in Mississippi declined to indict Carolyn Donham, whose accusation set off the lynching of black teenager Emmett Till nearly 70 years ago, despite revelations about an unserved arrest warrant and a newly revealed memoir by the woman, a prosecutor said Tuesday. After 7 hours of testimony from investigators and witnesses, the grand jury determined that there was not sufficient evidence to indict her. I guess the warrant was not sufficient. Was justice served in any kind of way in this case?
I mean, what would make it sufficient? Like, what
I thought
would
that's
they
what
need?
a warrant was for.
Exactly.
I'm not in police and law enforcement. I don't know if a warrant has an expiration date, but I thought a warrant was a warrant. And if you got a warrant for somebody to arrest,
Yeah, and if it was never served.
yeah, you got to serve a warrant.
Watching months and months of Law and Order,
Yes.
just because she was served a warrant, they probably had enough evidence against her to serve the warrant. She probably went to jail, or they probably arrested her and immediately got her out.
They didn't do anything.
Nah, they ain't do none of that.
Nothing. They never served the warrant.
They never served her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was never
that was-
served.
Yeah, they found it in a police station, some folders or
How
something.
old is the lady?
She old.
She old, but the Emmett Till situation was 70 years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought they served it and didn't do anything about it. But you saying that they never served it.
They never served
Yeah,
it.
they never
So they
served.
found it and did what with it? Just
Hid it. That's what they did.
Yeah, they
They hid it.
Couldn't
Until
hit it,
just
I mean.
recently,
They tried to take it to court, and then some kind of way it's still.
What did the judge say? The judge just said you can't serve it. It's over.
Yeah, after 7 hours of testimony from investigators and witnesses, the grand jury determined that there was not sufficient evidence to indict her. The evidence, I mean, the warrant.
Why
is
would
the thing.
you? But what I'm saying is the process is. I'm confused about the process. Why would there be 7 hours of testimony if she's not in the courtroom? And she can't be in the courtroom unless she had been arrested. So therefore, you can
have a court date. You can have a court date.
I don't have to come to court if I hadn't been arrested or charged with anything.
Yeah,
I'm just not gonna come to court because you say, hey, you need to meet me at court at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, you can have an appearance for a court date. Yeah, you can come to court with it. You can come like paying a ticket. They send you a letter. You got to appear in court.
Yeah, but you were speeding. You violated the law.
Yeah.
So that ticket is the thing that gets you in court. In this situation, an arrest is what gets you in court. So they had to arrest her. They probably didn't indict her, but they had to arrest her. In order for her to be in court, she had to be arrested. She ain't just gonna go to court. Okay, let me ask you. If somebody say, hey, bro, hey, you, I think you the dude that shot my brother. Meet me in court Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. You going?
If it's the sheriff with a warrant that knocks at my door and says you have to appear in court on this date, or a letter comes in my mail that says I have to show up for jury duty or something like that, then I gotta go.
So you're saying, no, they go, in that case, if you were the person that shot somebody's brother, they're going to arrest you.
Huh?
You're going to get arrested.
What?
If somebody says you shot my brother and you're the one, they got evidence of that, you're going to get arrested. Then they're going to bring you to court to see if you're going to stay in jail. So you got arrested. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm reading it now. It says a note on the back of the warrant says Dothan was not arrested because she could not be located at the time.
She couldn't be located at the time. So why would they do?
Maybe this case.
Tell me this though. Why would they have testimonies?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe this court case.
For a person that they can't find.
Maybe this court case was preliminary. Like she wasn't even there. Maybe they're saying to even have a case, even have a hearing,
but
we need to do this.
Now. I mean, she couldn't be found back then.
That's what they're saying. That she could be found back then. She had to be in the courtroom in order for them to do 7 hours of testimony.
It doesn't say she was in the courtroom.
I don't think she was there. Honestly, don't think she was there.
It would make no sense because what if they said that she was indicted and there is enough evidence?
Then they would have a real case.
She would have to go to jail and serve a sentence, but she had to already be arrested if she was in court. If they had a court, you know what I'm saying? How do they even know if the lady's alive if they can't find her? You see what I'm saying? So when they found her, then she had to be arrested. Nah, the arrest could have been, I got arrested one time and, daddy took me and got me right out.
Yeah.
So that could have been.
But I think.
That could have been her just getting arrested. But in order for you to have a court case and witnesses and a grand jury, bro, she had to be sitting there. And she had to get arrested in order to be sitting there. So they arrested her. I believe they arrested her. They probably not giving everybody all the information.
Yeah, it says unserved arrest warrant. So,
but the unserved arrest warrant was when she couldn't be found years and years before. Yeah. But in order for it to come up in front of a grand jury, she had to be there.
They can serve you to be in court without arresting you. Like I'm saying, that's like it's possible to do that.
They can serve you to be in court to be a witness. But if you are the person that they're going after, they're gonna either arrest. You're not just gonna show up to court on a murder charge and you ain't been arrested. What idiot is gonna go to court without being arrested?
If they send you, it's legal.
Bro, you're thinking like a church pastor.
No, I'm not.
What?
If they sent you a letter in the mail that says you got to show up for a murder charge because they think that you did it, which this doesn't happen. We're just making this up.
First of all, she wasn't the one that murdered him. It was for a warrant.
But she had a warrant for an arrest.
Yeah, it was the court case
It was for her, and her husband, and their son, I think.
Yeah, but if you got an
So-
unserved warrant, then that means if they found her and she's in court, then the warrant has been served. You look at the wording of the thing; it says she wasn't indicted.
Yeah.
Which means whatever she was arrested for didn't hold up, so they got to let her go. But she had to be in court, and she had to be arrested to be in court, because ain't nobody just gonna come to court to sit there for 7 hours if you ain't arrested me. Why am I here? If you ain't arrested me, I don't have to be here in court. You going to court just today, just see if somebody got a warrant out for you? You just gonna go up there?
No, if they send a letter to say you have to show up to court because there's a case of an unserved
witness,
warrant.
Jury, but if an unserved warrant, there's a warrant out for your arrest, the police are coming. You ever known any person that just say, "Hey, there's a warrant out for my arrest"? Now, some people turn themselves in, but the police are looking for them.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The police have been looking for her. That means they had to catch her in order for her to be in court. Because they're not just gonna have a court date and she's not there. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm saying I think she was in the courtroom.
She had to have been served with that arrest warrant that hadn't been served in order for her to be in court. If that's the case, then they would have had this court date years before, 70 years ago. That means you can have a court date without a issue.
Warrant. It was unserved. It was just sitting there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, in order for them to have a court date, they would have had to serve her with the warrant. So she was arrested. She had to be in order to be in court. She had to be. She cannot. If that's the case, then they would have had the court date 70 years ago. Anyway, your question was, is just to serve.
Yeah. So what was the result? Like
they didn't find.
So that they can they try her? That's it. It's over.
No, they're not gonna try her. They're not gonna do nothing to her.
Well, she did.
They didn't find enough evidence to serve to determine that.
She got to be 90.
On the last.
So I mean,
the last lap.
And what?
This was 70 years ago.
And she
was already an adult.
She's the woman that
at least close to adult.
Is
age.
he's the woman? She's the woman that he looked at, or she's the woman that
she
accused him of looking at her.
Yeah.
All right.
So she started basically the whole process of what happened to Emmett Till.
So what do you think type of questions happened? Because back then, if she was walking with another guy, another white guy, and he looked up at her, and the dude was like, "What you looking at?" You know, and you know, because they
saying hypothetically?
They went out. What I'm saying, the type of questions. I mean, what are the type of questions? She accused him. All right, this young kid looked at me, or whatever. But somebody had to be there with her to kind of push that agenda, to kind of push that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she could have said that. Somebody had to be with her. Why arrest the husband? Because I felt like he probably did it.
No,
kind of push the agenda. You know what I'm saying? To kind of make it more than it's almost like it's I'm walking with you and a kid look at you, and I'm like, bro, what you looking at? You know, that type of thing. As instead of her running, finding somebody, and then coming back. And then accusing him, it's him that did it. You think that boy gonna stand around? So no, it had to be like a boom type of thing. That's what I'm saying. So that's why the husband was up for arrest. You see what I'm saying?
But
I gotta make it make sense in my head.
It doesn't make
because if you're talking about a black kid, 15 years old, looks at a woman, the woman, he stands there. Wait for her to go get some people and say that it was him, and then it stands there again for them to catch him and lynch him. No way.
Okay,
it had to be a boom situation, which means she was walking with somebody. He probably looked up, and dude was like, "What you looking at?" And then they grabbed him right then. That's how that had to happen. If not, he wouldn't have got caught. They would have had to come find him.
And one of our viewers said that Janelle Grant Williams said that Emmett's cousin found the arrest warrant in Mississippi courtroom, and they tried to serve her, but they didn't serve her in Mississippi, so they found her in North Carolina, and they tried to take her to court, But Mississippi has to give the warrant to the court in North Carolina so she could be served, and they never did.
Oh, so
But
this was
then
years
how in the
ago.
world did they have 7 hours of testimony for what and
I
who
guess
when?
from witnesses, and then they said that his cousin saw him get kidnapped, and in her memoirs, in Dothan's unpublished memoirs, it gives
See,
an
that's
account.
a kidnap. That's more than that's a boom something. That ain't no.
Yeah, Emmett Till's cousin, his
Yeah.
last living, said he saw the abduction, and the prosecutor tried his best.
Yeah,
they
that's
snatched
something
him up.
different. So they
Yeah,
snatched him up.
this
So, I
whole
mean,
thing should
I
have gone
mean-
through. They should have that unserved warranted should have led to an arrest. Like they should be in
They
jail
should
for that.
have.
So I
but
mean, you talking about? I just don't understand.
The only reason
7
that
hours.
it
I
wouldn't
don't
happen is
understand-
unless a warrant has an
But I
expiration
don't
date.
understand.
If a warrant
what
don't have an
led-
expiration date, then you still serve the warrant. What gets you out of a warrant for an arrest is my question.
Oh well, shoot.
You can't get out of a warrant.
Unless everybody's behind it. The whole judicial system,
And that's-
and they
that's
trying to
what
The
he
cover
only
up
thing
what
legally
really
I
happened.
don't know is if there's an expiration date on a warrant.
It's not.
Like
not.
if
Nah.
it's not, then okay, then there's a warrant for your you got to get arrested at least, and you know go through the process.
That lady's still alive. That lady's
Yeah,
still
she's
alive.
She
still
still alive. She old.
She's old. She got oxygen and all that. And I
Yeah.
mean, that might be why they didn't do it, because they feel like she's so old. But so what? You put black people in jail and they be old too. Bill Cosby, like, to me, it's just, I know we don't like to pull the race card, but to me, that's what it is.
Bill
Like,
Cosby got out, right?
Yeah, he got out.
he out.
Yeah.
Well, I think
yeah.
he's still in court and all that litigation and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But to me, it's a black boy. I don't even think he probably whistled at her. Like, come on, man. Back then, you think
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of it
Yeah,
was
you
respect,
can
like-
make a.
Yeah.
But I think the whole thing is, was it her?
who lied.
That is the part.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
look,
was who her?
was it her that lied on him? Like, if it's a boom situation, then I'm thinking that he looks at her, but somebody's with her, and they jumped on him. They made it happen. He grabbed him or something like that.
Well, it
I mean,
says
she had probably initiated it.
it says that
she initiated
he was 14,
you know-
in Chicago, and he was visiting in Mississippi. He was visiting his relatives. So Carol, the lady, worked in a store.
Yeah, this
So I
all
guess he
happened in
went into the
so-
store, but then it just says that Till had whistled at the woman but denied that he touched her. So I really don't know, but to me, you can't believe nothing that went on back then, because the white
Yeah, what
people,
14-year-old
they
black
was-
kid gonna whistle?
especially in
at
that
a-
time,
yeah,
like, come
at
on,
a-
man, it was just so
at a
much
white
hate
woman.
back then. Like, they was
Like-
they was doing everything to black
Yeah.
people. So I don't even think he probably whistled at it. It was just, oh, there go and we finna get him. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. That's all they were doing. They were snatching
This
us
could
up.
have been something else. Regina Nunnally says it can be filed as something else or a federal hate crime. Could have went as a hate crime.
So I mean, my question is,
So they kidnapped him in the middle of the
who
night.
has the energy? Do they have family members that have the energy to go after this case?
But his
after
cousin, that's what it
70?
said. His
Like
cousin
I
is a
said-
prosecutor, but he was saying that basically the way they treat us as people in court, they not giving him they're not helping him out with. So they kind of just basically pushing it to the side, like they've always done.
Yeah, but I mean,
It says the Reverend William Parker Jr. is Emmett Till's cousin and last living witness. And the prosecutor tried his best to, and we appreciate his efforts, but he alone cannot undo hundreds of years of anti-black systems. So basically, they ain't trying to listen to nobody. Like,
I think too.
My
When
only
you
thing is,
talk about
can't-
energy, when you talk
can't-
about the energy of
you got to serve a warrant. That's my thing.
yeah, when a loved one is gone. Now you talking about
Because I got a
70
warrant.
years.
I got a warrant for not showing up for jury duty. So like a warrant, you got to
Yeah.
go.
You got a warrant out For your arrest right now?
No, I'm saying when I'm
I'm
saying
about to
when
call
Oh, and
911.
then it say,
Why would you call 911?
About to call
Yo, why would I say that live on the air?
Live on the air.
Why would I say that
Why
live
would you
on the
need to do
air? Yeah, I got a warrant right now.
I'll be like, but
Whoop, whoop.
I'll be like,
And them jokers knock, yeah.
I'm about to call 911 on that man right
and
now.
see, even
He right here. He right here.
even back then it says
yeah,
that it says that he was the husband and the son or brother, the husband and the brother-in-law were arrested, but she was never taken into custody. So she was 21 when all this happened. She was never taken into custody, but her husband and brother-in-law were, and they got locked up, but she never did. So she was just out. She was just chilling while everybody else was getting locked up, and she started all this.
But if
what I'm
they had
saying,
a warrant,
like-
the warrant was then.
What I'm saying is, she, what it sounds like to me is that they used her as a pawn to kidnap him. Like,
And they say they snatched him up in the middle of the night and brought him to her.
yeah, well,
But she
You gotta
tried.
serve-
She
you gotta
said she
serve
tried
that-
to help him, denying it was him. She claimed that Till then volunteered that he was the one they were looking for. So
He
they
volunteered?
yeah,
Man, come on, man.
So you imagine that these guys, probably in their 20s.
yeah, because she was
And
21.
they
so
right, so they just it seemed like it's something that went too far. They probably wanted to do whatever, and it just because of the hate and the tension that was going on at that time, it just went too far, and so they had to cover it up with the warrant that wasn't served,
Yeah,
and
they-
all the stuff that happened.
If they came and got the brothers, then the warrant is all that's together. It's like, okay, we got a warrant for arrest.
see,
We
they
got-
said
they
they
finna get
admitted to
arrested.
it.
Like, how you lose that warrant?
But then
and
you
all this-
expose everybody
Yeah.
else
and you can't.
that was
And,
involved. So
they
that's why they
admitted
want to
around
kind
it.
of throw it
The
away and
brother-
get it out.
I don't,
And-
what's messing me up is after 7 hours of testimony from investigators
too.
and witness, which means I see what it's saying, because I was thinking investigators and I was immediately thinking questioning in court. This is just people walking around the streets,
Right.
asking people.
That's why I feel like it's a
what happened, what
preliminary
happened.
type of thing, and
So
not
yeah, they never made it to the court.
right.
7 hours from investigators asking just people what happened. Yeah.
And,
that-
well,
Yeah.
how you gonna ask?
Half of the
And
people
then
you
they
aren't even
said
alive.
How you gonna?
Yeah, most
How you
people.
gonna ask just strangers what happened if they just found a warrant? Everybody that was involved is dead.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
So the grand jury, of course, is gonna determine that there's not enough sufficient evidence.
Well, there were witnesses too. It was
They all dead.
Not all of them. There's an investigator and witnesses. What else?
The investigator and witnesses, man, them people probably can't remember.
Okay.
I believe, bruh, if you really think about it,
Or they were for Emmett Till, and they were like, "No, that's not, you know,
they had been-
that's
they
not
been
enough."
going through
but
this.
you think about it though, man. After 70 years, you're investigating something. You're asking. You're going. You're trying to ask.
Yeah, but to me, that's why skip that whole thing.
What a
They're
grand.
trying to.
You know how much evidence you got to have to go to the grand jury? Like,
But it's just a warrant, though. I'm saying the
But
warrant part got
this
to be.
says that they've been doing this because the dates that they got, like this say 2006.
Yeah,
you know
this
what
is
I
all-
mean? They
Yeah,
done-
you got to serve a
they
serve a
done
warrant. You got
passed
to-
civil rights acts, and then it says the statute of limitation was up.
Yeah, I wasn't even
So-
at the house.
there's a statute of limitation on the
So
warrant.
this, I don't know about the warrant, but they just
On
said
rape it
that
is.
the statute of limitation
There's
had
no
ran
statute
out.
of limitation on rape.
Yes, it is. Right?
No, they can forever come get him. There's no statute of limitation on rape.
Yeah, in February
Yeah,
2007,
'cause, I mean,
they declined to indict
I think
anybody,
anything sexual.
and they closed the
Yeah.
case. So
If
they
they-
keep closing the case and opening it back up. But they're not.
They get more time or
Yeah,
some type of
they
renewal.
still not.
But is
doing
this
that.
it? Like they can't open it up again?
So I mean,
Yeah, it's
well,
still
I mean-
it's still, a warrant is a warrant to me.
he was with people who pass away. If people are still like studying, I mean, or if you want to press charges, or if you do something and you feel like it was a wrongful death, even in a hospital case or something, it's tough on the family to keep doing that over and over. It's just a tough thing to do. You know what I'm saying? To keep mulling over this, to keep investigating this year after year after year. And when my mom passed away, I felt like they, could have did a little better as far as in the hospital or what have you. And, you know, they asked me, did I want to press charges or do something? And I just thought about, you know, I made a couple calls and then I just thought about, man, this case or her being ill or whatever is going to keep playing in my head and I'm going to keep dealing with this over and over. And I just decided, well, she in heaven with God. Let me put it to rest. Yeah. Even when my dad passed, you know, we had speculation that he had a heart attack or we had a speculation of but we didn't know, and they asked me to do an autopsy. I was like, nah, you know, that's okay. You know, I'm at peace. And I understand how, you know, emotional people might be to keep going over. You're talking about 70 years of his family, people who died over the years, 70 years, to keep going over this story over and over and over because they felt like there was no justice. But, you know, I feel like, you know, at this point.
I mean, you got to look at the Teal family too, though. It's 70 years of trauma
right,
for them.
But they saying
now,
it was insufficient
this man
evidence.
here is saying that he's the last living.
Yeah, the parents are gone.
Everybody gone.
But at the same, see, my thing is this though. They lying. You can tell they lying just in this article because they saying that they said that there was insufficient evidence. How is there insufficient evidence when she wrote a memoir? How is there insufficient evidence when they admitted to kidnapping this dude and bringing him to her? Killing him. So how is that insufficient evidence? They got locked up. She didn't. So how is that insufficient evidence?
I mean, bruh, the way they twist stuff up, watching Law and Order.
It warrants.
That's terrible.
It has to be served,
That system need to change. So in God's name, we pray against that.
They need to give me my
That's sad.
mine back for
let you be free.
No,
hey, y'all, I'm finna call 911.
I'm just saying.
Hey, he right here.
Okay.
He right here.
I had to turn myself in.
He right here.
Give me my time back, or give me my.
Crazy.
What you did? You parked in a handicap park?
No, they
jury
go
duty.
to jury duty.
Jury duty.
Jury duty.
Yeah, I was off in school. They were sending mail to the house.
And they can arrest you for not coming to jury duty?
Yeah.
I ain't never had
You went to
jury
jail?
duty.
Yeah, I had to turn myself in. That's what I'm saying. That you ain't.
How many years you do?
How many years? Can you go to the game, please? Please.
Hey, man.
All right.
This game is called So Emotional.
All right.
I'm gonna be watching man, Black. Nah, I ain't
Come
gonna
on,
say
let's go.
This game is called So Emotional.
All right.
I wish somebody would.
Can you please?
Okay.
All right.
So this kind of like I like it when, I hate it when. So we're just gonna do some what causes the emotion. The game is called So Emotional. So we're just gonna go around. I get happy when
Money come in.
That's mine
just go
too.
answer.
Yeah, that's easy.
When it's time to eat for me.
What is that?
I get happy when me and my wife have a good night.
All right. Well, amen.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
I get angry when
Money don't come in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
the check bounce.
Yeah.
That's gonna be. That's gonna be.
All the answers gonna be money. Yes.
Money, everything.
I get annoyed when
The money don't come.
Money don't come.
Yeah, the money late.
I'm embarrassed when I ain't got no money.
Right,
I feel uncomfortable when I definitely don't have no.
Yeah, we can zoom through this one. This is easy. I get nervous when the money don't go through.
Yeah. I know that.
I get motivated when the money do come.
When you
I
get
get
the card and
suspicious.
you don't know if it's gonna go through.
I get suspicious when I'm missing money.
Right, exactly. I get tense when that money get low.
Money. I get silly when I got
a
too
whole bunch
much
of
money.
Yeah.
But that was easy.
Yeah, that's an easy game. We all won. There you go.
That's funny. Hey,
I'm
listen,
done
people.
doing these.
No, that was a good one.
I meant to post a link today, but I will start posting the link so y'all can come in and chime in and give us facts. So y'all keep watching, but I'm gonna start posting the link so y'all can come in, chime in. Listen, when you come in, we're gonna bring you in on Zoom. It's a Zoom link. Like, be brief.
And dress.
That's what I'm saying. You got a screen.
And dress.
You got a screen.
Yes, please have on clothes.
And take your bonnet off.
Yes, please.
And look presentable. You know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
show
look,
you. Yeah.
Look
Listen, but
presentable.
we
Don't come in there with a bra on and inside the bed.
We're gonna trust you, world, and then we're gonna see how this goes. But if I bring you up on the screen,
Yeah.
It's talking like somebody's
something
daddy.
ain't right.
Yeah.
Going in the store. Look here.
Yeah, that's how you tell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look here.
So I'm gonna start posting the link so you can be on the show anywhere around the world. So y'all, make sure every day you keep watching. I'll start posting the link so we can.
Y'all act right.
No, I ain't doing it every day. Just on Wednesdays. All right, so y'all gotta wait. Yeah, we're gonna do it on
Live Wednesdays,
so we can do
yes.
it,
We got to call that something.
Yeah. All right, Kingdom Concert,
Kingdom Generation Conference.
Yeah.
Go to Eventbrite right now
Yeah.
and go get your reserve your seat.
Also, we got another Jazz and Jokes coming up.
Yeah.
September 2nd, we got another Jazz and Jokes.
I'm telling jokes this time.
Yeah, amazing lineup, great musicians. It's going up, baby. Yes, sir.
All right, well, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, and look,
Tomorrow.
if you got a warrant for your arrest,
Yeah. You ain't got to serve it.
hey,
They ain't got to serve it. Just tell them.
that's what. If you
But
got
don't let that man get you locked up.
Right. Don't listen to him.
Let that man get you locked up.
Podcast with the interviews.
If you got a warrant,
Can't
man,
stop
they know
what
what it is.
Got a resume, open
right.
in the
This man
limousine.
said he
Got
missed
something for
jury
the king,
duty.
something for the queen. And
They
we
still
got
got
a winning
one
team,
out,
but
still
the
out.
thing. Then we hit him
It's
with a
still
bada
out.
boom,
I
bada
serve
bing.
mine.
You know what it is.
right
when
here.
we
Unlike this case,
He right here.
No matter what, we gon' tell
unlike
the
this
truth.
case, I
See,
served,
time
they
hoppers, you gon' see the
served that
fruit.
one. Y'all had to do
You
that.
take, gotta pull it from the
Never.
roots. Get the blessing, get the bag,
Never.
gotta get the
Don't
dough.
call me now that I said Kevin. Please don't call me. I ain't got too much to do already. No.
Man, I was off in school.
Yeah.
I was off in school. They put that thing to my parents' door. We got a warrant.